Yo, hey folks, I'm pmcTRILOGY, and I'm gonna speedrun Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza for you. If you don't know what this game is, this is a 2002 first-person shooter made by Piranha Games. You might know them because they just put out MechWarrior 5. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The timer is gonna start after this load screen. So I'm gonna hit this, and it's gonna be a load screen. And then once you see the load screen go away, that's when time begins. I'll just say go when it happens. But yeah, so this is a first-person shooter that attempts to faithfully recreate the first movie, uh, and it's a ride. So it's a real experience. So what happens? Sometimes these first loads go kind of poorly, and we might get a little glitch here when this happens. Oh no, I think it might have crashed. Wow. All right. Sorry about this. This has never happened before. This is already off to a rip-roaring start. All right. Give me a second, folks. Let me just restart the game. Oh man. Thanks. That's a heckin' good start, is what they would say. Give me a moment here. Oh boy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The game works. Okay. Okay. As I said, this is a video game. The timer will start after this load screen, which is going to work this time. Oh wow. Okay. This is special. So I'm getting behavior I've never seen before. Give me a moment here. Let's see if I can fix this. I'm so sorry about this. I've been practicing this game all day and this has not happened. Wondering what I can change. This is really amazing. Hey folks, how's the marathon going? I hope you're having a good one.
And I can confirm for all the viewers that he literally did just test this before we went live.
Yeah.
And it did just work.
No, it was fine.
Can confirm.
I mean, I set a new record for this game this morning, so. Oh, okay. All right. I got secret advice that might help. Okay. Yeah, so sorry about this. I just got a heads up on what the issue might be, so it should be fixed shortly, hopefully. All right. Wait, what? Why is the audio playing? What? So the game has crashed, and the audio is still playing in the background. Folks, welcome to my life. I'm pmcTRILOGY, and this is incredible. Yeah, I want you all to, if you see KZ Fru in the chat there, I want you to blame him. This is definitely his fault. Yep, this is true. This is Die Hard. All right, I have faith this time. All right. I think it's gonna work. All right, start the timer. We're good. We're in there, folks. This is Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza, a 2002 first-person shooter for the PC, and I'm gonna play the video game now. So this first-person shooter attempts to recreate the movie, but we have a few new tricks, and one of those is that John McClane can clip through doors. What we were supposed to do there was use a panel to like find out where our wife's party was. But instead of doing that, we just clipped through the elevator door, and we headed right on down to where we needed to be. So I'm going to go ahead and skip these cutscenes. But yeah, so we're at the beginning of the movie now, and now the office party has been interrupted, the criminals are taking over, and we're going to go ahead and get out of there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I should mention that the only actor who reprises their role from the movie is Reginald Bell Johnson. So look forward to that, I guess. An important thing to note about this game is that John McClane is left-handed, and we do always hold our gun with our left hand. I want you to know that I am not left-handed. I'm right-handed. I merely speedrun a left-handed video game character. We need to sneak our way to the end of this level, so we're gonna make our way along, and we're gonna make all these deaths look like accidents. I really love that one guy who always yells, "Check this out." We also are grabbing ammo from those guys, which would be useful. So now we have to kill this boss guy to end the level. The quickest way to kill him is to use this scripted kill, where we're going to activate a piece of wood, which will just fly at him and murder him. And then once we murder him, we get to pick up a Zippo lighter, a CB radio. Call for help. Yeah, there's a few extra robbers in this. Don't worry about it.
9 million terrorists in the world,
and we just have to wait for this voice line to play out, and then we'll be out. Yo, classic movie scene right there. Another classic movie scene. But now we're gonna do some stuff that's not in the movie. We have to stop a bomber who's gonna plant a bunch of bombs. And what they want us to do is chase after him and get his pliers so that we can do that. But instead of doing that, we're just going to run ahead of him and just exit the level. Oh, what? Wait, what? He teleported ahead of me somehow, which is very confusing. I'm having a normal one tonight, folks. Oh my goodness. Don't worry though, we're fine. Time's running out. All right, this is fine. So we can clip through that door instead of having to do the bomb defusals. Yeah. So the bomber was not doing what I thought he would be doing, but it's okay. We're fine. There are some areas where we can refill our stamina. So you might notice I have 3 bars. I have a heart bar, a lung bar, and a brain bar. No one knows what the brain bar does. Gonna clip through that fence that skips this whole roof portion, and then I can just head over here. But that's a lot of this speedrun is going to be just clipping through things to get to the end faster. This is very much one of those types of games. And the way the clip works is that we're always putting ourselves in a corner between a door and like the edge of the door frame. And then we run in a particular direction, and that just pops us through the door. So now we're gonna get to the movie scene with the table fight, where the guy gets really mad at us and tries to shoot at us through the table. But first we have to wait for this. There is like a 1% chance you can clip above this grate. We have not found a reliable setup for it yet. I should mention that Albert Hammock, who I think is in chat, is the cosmic brain genius who came up with a lot of the tech for this game, especially the door clipping, and then there's also some other stuff later that I'll show off. But he is really to credit for a lot of the cool tech that you're going to see.
Shoot him!
Yeah, I did that. I deserve that. So in a lot of these gunfights, I'm aiming to get headshots, but the headshots aren't exactly reliable. But that's okay. We got easy quick saves in this game. Yep, so there we go. That's the big table from the movie. Remember that? Remember that from the movie? Don't you love it? And so we're going to throw his body out the window. Welcome to the party, pal. And then we leave. There's going to be a lot of these walkie-talkie bits, and sometimes what I'll do as I approach them is jump forward so I can still be moving while I'm pulling out my walkie-talkie, because otherwise that usually freezes me in place. Yeah, I only remember what this level is like intended, but we just clip through that one door and head to this exit door. So you may remember Argyle from the movie. He's the limo driver. We're going to go hang out with him for a bit. This is Short John. You go under something, you just slide out from under it, and then you're short, and you move faster. So we're now short for the rest of the level, but we move real fast, so it makes up for it.
Go, go, go!
We are able to clip through the door at the end of this level, but it doesn't get us anything. We do have to get the Argyle to the end.
Stay down!
You are able to get in front of the car and get pushed by it, but if you do it here, it'll kill you.
Move!
One of the things I'm doing to maintain stamina this whole time is just pulsing shift instead of holding it down. All right, cool. Reached the end of that level. So that's our one escort mission. Thankfully, we don't have any other escort missions. There is an attempt to give us an escort mission later in the game, but we're able to skip that escort, thankfully. Sometimes the enemies try to flashbang us, and so we just look up. So here there is a forklift. We can't get through where we need to go until the forklift drives by, so we just run up and shoot him in the face a bunch of times and then hang out. And now we're able to move forward. Not killing those two enemies up above us prevents further ones from spawning. It makes this whole level a lot easier. So these doors that I'm clipping through, not all of them are locked. Like this one is unlocked, but by clipping through it, we're able to skip a cutscene that we would have to spend time skipping. And we're able to clip through it fast enough that it works out. Also prevents the AI in that room from activating, so we don't get shot by them. All right, you guessed it. It's another level where we're going to skip a substantial portion of it by clipping through a door. The next door that we're going to go through up here, this is another example of one where clipping through allows us to avoid some enemies. And there would be a guy behind that door, and we'd have to wait for him to open the door. So I need to scrape this wall here in order to activate a trigger that will summon 2 enemies through a door that I need opened, particularly these 2 guys. And that allows me to get to the next level. Yeah, it's Zippo lighter. Yeah, look at that nice Zippo brand name. All right, we're never going to see that again. So now we have to do a bunch of clips in a row to activate this next sequence. Oh boy. This is often like I think the most finicky clip in the game. Okay. Oh boy. Let me through. Let me through. All right. So ordinarily in this game, you're supposed to be able to show cops your badge so that they don't shoot you, but you can't actually, it doesn't actually work on them. So those guys will just shoot you. And if you try to shoot them, it's an instant game over. So you have to get by them. Oop. All right, this is like my least favorite. We can get up this ledge by just looking up and running up it at full speed. But I have like legendarily bad luck with this. Here we go. So that skips a section where we have to climb some ladders and walk down some ramps. Cool. Yeah, so again, if you're coming in, this is Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza, a 2002 first-person shooter by Piranha Games, who are the people who make MechWarrior 5. This was their first video game. Wasn't even supposed to be in Lithtech originally. This is a Lithtech game, but their first attempt at a Die Hard FPS, I think, was a build engine game. So, you know, who knows whatever happened to that. Alright, so now we're going to have just some good old hallway fighting in this next part as we get up to a boss fight. John McClane is a lefty. I am not a lefty. Well, I'm not left-handed. So that door is unlocked, but clipping through it avoids enemy spawns. Oh, that didn't work in my favor at all. I think I got him, though. Yeah, I did. I totally headshotted both of them. So usually that flashbang is on the other side of the column, so it wouldn't blind me, but... Not everything works as you planned. The hardest part of this game is grabbing health items because they're all really tiny and John has very big hands.
We need paramedics at the south perimeter. Damn it, people, stay down!
All right, so we got a boss fight here.
Come out where I can see you. Oh, come on.
I love how big this gun is. The muzzle flash takes up the whole screen. It's so beautiful.
Oh my god. Please.
So we're supposed to escort this guy so he can unlock a door for us, but as you can probably anticipate, getting through locked doors is not really a problem for John McClane, at least in this game. Yeah, so we would normally have to guide this guy to this door, but we don't really need him. He can fend for himself. All right, so I mentioned that there was a second escort stage later in this game that we're going to be able to mostly skip. It's just great because this is a really annoying level if you play this game casually. But as soon as I open this door, it activates the boy, and the boy is here. He comes. He's coming. I assure you. Let me promise you. He knows no bounds. Oh shit! What up?
Oh my god, I'm gonna be burned alive.
So anyway, now we have to fight a bunch of boys,
We can escape it.
and they're gonna come in here, and I'm gonna be able to deal with them one at a time.
There he goes. In here.
I think we got like 2 more, then we can probably roll in.
I got it.
Oh no, you got it. Okay. So once he opens this up, we can sort of jump over him. And then we can crouch through the elevator. And then just make our way down. I was actually able to get there before a cutscene plays where the elevator breaks under him and he just falls to his death. But rest in peace, that guy. This level is called In the Vents. We will be spending 0 time in the vents. So yeah, so we're supposed to go in there and climb through vents, but there's a door right here, which leads us right to the end of the level. Wait, I don't know if I buy the idea that he lived. I'm going to go ahead and have to veto that one. But we are going to make our way to another famous movie scene. This is the scene where they send the car and they blow up the SWAT van.
All right, listen up, guys. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Not a creature was stirring except 4 assholes coming in the rear. Standard choice.
Yep. All right. So here's the cutscene with the SWAT van. And so, of course, that means that we're going to do the explosives down the shaft. Open the door,
Geronimo,
kick it down,
motherfucker.
and off we go.
Let's see you take this under advisement.
If you're able to clip through there before, you can avoid a bunch of enemies spawning, but once the cutscene's over, they're all here anyway. But after that famous movie scene, now we're going to do some original Nakatomi Plaza content where some SWAT boys show up, and I show them my badge so they don't kill me.
It's okay.
Even though I show them my badge, though, they keep pointing their guns at me, which is extremely nerve-wracking and makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, sure thing.
So we're gonna clip through this door because it's gonna take us right to the end of the level. Oh, wait, sorry, I had it. Oh my. There we go. So there's supposed to be a bit where we guide them around the level and we show them to a swimming pool and we go into a locker room, but we're just gonna leave. So who knows what happened to those guys?
Attention, police.
Sir?
Some cutscenes with the FBI guys and Hans Gruber.
McLean, get him!
Hey, look, it's Bill Clay, who's definitely not Hans Gruber. You should not confuse Bill Clay and Hans Gruber. Those are very different characters. Thank you. So this is the scene where Hans Gruber leads us into a trap, and he's actually Bill Clay. But we're just going to leave him because we know that he's Hans Gruber, so why would we stick around, right? That'd be a dumb thing to do. We're just going to go to the end of the level. Heck that guy. But the bad news is that somewhere between this level and the next level, we still get bloody feet. We still find broken glass to walk through. So we now have bloody feet and must bandage those feet. The damage from the bloody feet isn't actually that bad. You have to be like on 1 bar of health and like half a bar of health to really die from it. Cool. So now you're going to get to see some brand new tech. This is actually tech that I think was implemented into the run in just the past few days. And I was able to incorporate it into a new record time this morning, which was pretty cool. Again, shout outs to Albert Hammock who came up with a lot of this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the bathroom. Maybe we're going to go to the bathroom. There we go. Okay. We're going to crouch. It's going to drop us into the toilet paper. The toilet paper has special mystical powers. That's why everyone hoards toilet paper, in case you were wondering. And we're going to go into this corner. And we're going to clip into it. Whoop. And then we're going to look at the exit sign lovingly. And then we're going to walk through the wall. And we're good. We did it. Easy peasy. Usually the toilet paper is the easiest part of that, so it kind of reversed itself. Usually the hardest part is that last bit. But hey, we managed to get through with the power of toilet paper. So now we're going to do some jumping strats. Jumping in this game is interesting. But we're able to use that door to get up here towards the end of the level where we then do our usual business of clipping through doors. This guy's AI is broken. He just looks at the floor sadly. So now we have a few levels where it's just combat and doing some minor door clips. In this one, we have to clip through a door that will activate another door. So I'm going to clip through this door, open it to activate a door, commit a lot of murder, and then run to the end of the level. So right now I'm gonna have a rail shooter sequence. So if you want to plug something or read any comments, now would be a perfect time. Because I'm just gonna sit here and think about where I'm going in life. Hope you're all having a fine Hekathon.
Perfect. All right. We don't actually have any donations to read at the moment, but we did want to shout out really quickly speedrunstore.com. If you're looking to get some cool ESA merch to flex on your speed cam, please go visit speedrunstore.com. They've got some shirts and hoodies available for purchase over there. And all those proceeds go to support future ESA events.
Sweet. I'm wearing an ESA hoodie right now. It's super comfy. But yeah, so there is enemies along here that just can't shoot at me, which is why I'm standing in this particular position. Normally you'd be fighting these enemies, but you can just stand here and they can never get to you. And then this is the end of the level. All right, so we got some more run and gun. Carl, who I think we killed his brother earlier, wants some revenge on us. We're gonna have to solve that issue.
Look out, he's got
Alright, so now I'm going to switch over to one of my higher power weapons for this boss fight. Again, this is Carl. This is the beautiful long-haired German from the movie. But in the video game, not so much a big deal. Yeah, bye. Bye, Carl. Cool. We are all through that. And then we just head out back to the roof. Yeah, the muzzle flash kind of takes up everything. You have to know where you're shooting. The muzzle flash on that weapon is basically means that it's always a blind fire weapon. Like, and not even if you're aiming around a corner. It's always a blind fire weapon, no matter what you're doing. All right, so now we're going to clip through this to jump down and skip most of the roof again. You might remember this scene from the movie. Wrap myself in a fire hose and jump off.
God, please don't let me die.
And the roof explodes. So now we have to swing in. Thankfully, we can use our gun to give us extra momentum. This is still easy to mess up anyway. Oh, no, I got in. All right. I had a string where I would mess that up at least once every run. So I'm glad to get through there. Oh boy. Oh, all right. Oh no, I'm back. What? This game is feeling extra cursed today. Also, the game is on fire, but don't worry about that part. It's totally safe. All right, so we got about 2 levels left. This is kind of the last big run and gun level. We're going to ignore most of these enemies because we want to get to this door. We want to clip through this door. This door is unlocked, but there's some really deadly enemies on the other side of it that we want to avoid. And so by clipping through it, we prevent a bunch of them from spawning. And it makes getting through here way more survivable. Oh, never mind. That's always a challenging bit. Thank goodness for quick saves. Everything's fine, folks. All right, so we are now on the final level, which is maybe actually the worst level in this game.
There he is. So that's what this is all about, a fucking robbery?
Whoa, John, language. Please. I know you're left-handed, but this is unreasonable. All right, so we're going to activate this cutscene where Hans takes our wife hostage, but we have an enemy sneaking up behind us, so we have to take care of him first. Good. Got him. So, this is the final boss. We have to shoot him twice in each of these parts. We ideally want the animation where he tilts his head. That's usually the safer one to shoot. And we're gonna have to do this like 4 times. So yeah, this is the end. I wish we had a skip for this. This would be a wonderful thing to skip. If you mess up even once, our wife just dies. So please don't shoot your wife. That would end the game. It would end Die Hard as we know it. Hans Gruber has a very powerful head. We have to shoot him with a rifle in the head 8 times to finally defeat him. It's also important around here that we don't get too close because I think it's on like a radius. And so if we get too close through this wall, he'll still murder her anyway. Which we don't want. Time will be as soon as the cutscene starts after this. Yep, and time. Woo! There goes Hans Gruber. Finally defeated by gravity. So that's Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza. I'm pmcTRILOGY. I hope you had fun. Sorry about the technical problems at the beginning. And continue enjoying the marathon. Thanks for having me.